When markets are at all-time high, two foreign brokerage firms have come up with their note on India's strategy, highlighting which are the sectors to be watched out for going forward as well, which can be in momentum. And along with this, what is that the FIIs are finding interesting as of now? Firstly, let me take up the India strategy note by CLSA. So Vikas Jain of CLSA highlights that India has seen strong inflows of $1 billion in September to date, and this is in continuation to $0.3 billion of buying that was made in the month of August. CLSA highlights that FIIs have now moved to IT, NBFCs and banks from materials, staples and utilities. So FIIs have raised their overweight in banks and NBFCs, and they being underweight in IT has fell to multi-year lows. So all of these three sectors are on their radar. But at the same time, the FIIs have cut their active weight in communication services and industrials, along with materials, staples and utilities that were highlighted above. The light positioning of FIIs versus the history remains a possible buying opportunity in banks and materials. So these are the two sectors where they can be in momentum, and strong new offerings of $2.2 billion has ensured strong inflows to date. So going forward, they are positive on the markets, and especially IT, NBFCs and banks are the three sectors that the FIIs are finding interesting. Next note is from JP Morgan. They say that the Indian markets have outperformed the emerging markets meaningfully and have defied the slowing earnings. But going forward, Indian earnings are unlikely to surprise elevated expectations. So that's the take coming in on JP Morgan. And on markets, they say that the market momentum is difficult to anticipate as per them as of now. But going with the bottom-up approach, they continue to like the rate-sensitive sectors like banks, autos and real estate. So these three sectors, they are finding it interesting where the liquidity environment can drive the rate-sensitive. They see them as to be best suited to deliver the top line improvement. So these are the three sectors that are on radar of JP Morgan, that are banks, autos and real estate, that they are finding interesting. And at the same time, CLSA is finding that IT, NBFCs and banks are the three sectors that the FIIs are finding interesting for the Indian markets. So CLSA is quite positive, especially when we see that the banks are gaining momentum. Nifty can also be seen and ITs can also come to support, but JP Morgan feels that it is a bit difficult to anticipate the market momentum, but one should keep going with the liquidity environment can still give the boost to sectors like banks, autos and real estate.